Weather is vital to everything we do, from planning sporting events to planning military operations, but we sometimes forget just how important it is. My name is Captain Patterson, a U.S. Space Force Guardian, and I am the Space Delta II Detachment 1 Commander at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, Satellite Operations Facility in Suitland, Maryland. NOAA is a civilian organization that tracks the weather using their satellites and helps us by operating our satellites. Our detachment is responsible for providing executive oversight and reporting for the Space Force. We have two groups of military weather satellites called constellations. Our satellites provide weather data for the military all across the globe. One of our constellations is the Defense Meteorological Satellite Program, or DMSP. My detachment has three of these satellites in a low Earth orbit that gather terrestrial weather and space weather. The primary mission of DMSP is to remotely observe the tropospheric and stratospheric weather, which is from the ground to about 20 miles into the atmosphere. In simple terms, this means we see a bird's eye view of weather around the world and can use that information to help military units plan missions. The principal sensor system that DMSP uses is a high-resolution white light and infrared imaging system called the Operational Line Scan System, or OLS. The OLS moves like a very fast printer, storing the imagery on its solid-state recorders to be retrieved when operators make contact with the satellite. DMSP uses its sensors to get all sorts of information, not just pictures of clouds. We can get the height of waves and the depth of snow, which are essential for naval navigation. We can also see if there are sandstorms in the region to provide an advance warning for military helicopters in theater. The secondary mission of DMSP is to monitor the near-Earth space environment. Various ground-based and space-based systems rely on space weather predictions, and constantly changing conditions could impact their operations. The Air Force Research Laboratory has been providing the space weather instruments on DMSP since 1977 to study atmospheric particles and the magnetic field of the Earth. Additionally, the Applied Physics Lab from Johns Hopkins provided sensors for ultraviolet imaging. DMSP is like a Swiss Army knife for weather data. It can collect data with many different sensors. The other satellite constellation Detachment 1 has acquired is the Electro-Optical Infrared Weather System, geostationary, also known as EWSG. This satellite used to be called GOES-13 and was owned and operated by NOAA to acquire weather over the United States. While NOAA still operates the satellite, it has a new home over the Indian Ocean region and a new mission of providing weather information to warfighters for that area of the world. This satellite is very different compared to DMSP. Instead of orbiting the Earth like DMSP does, it is so far out in space that it orbits at the same rate that the Earth spins. This makes it appear to be stationary in space. EWSG also gets white light and infrared imaging like DMSP, but that is all it does. It takes a picture of the side of the Earth in view about every 30 minutes and sends the pictures to special terminals in the region and back in the United States. When we combine DMSP and EWSG, we get a much broader snapshot of the weather all around the Earth, which can be critical to the military and civilians when we have life-threatening storms.